Hey everyone. So today we're doing something a little different. We're going to dig deep into the Strength Foundation archives for a really raw, unfiltered look back at my own boxing journey. We're throwing it all the way back to 2013. I was 31, just getting serious about competing. And these old blog entries, they cover months 8 through 10. This was a time when the foundation for the fighter I am today was really being laid, one tough round at a time. I want it more than pain and tired. I mean, wow, I found this line in one of those blog posts and it just perfectly captures the mindset. This was me talking to myself and it really fueled this entire period. It was all about pure desire, about wanting something so bad that you're willing to push past every single limit. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to start in August of 2013. I call this period the grind. And, well, you're about to see exactly why. It honestly felt like every single day was a massive uphill battle. So to give you some context, this was a really, really tough time in my life. There was a bunch of family drama going on, just a lot of bitterness. And in the gym, it felt like my progress had just stopped. My weight loss stalled just 9 pounds from my goal. My only real outlet was to just push myself as hard as I could in sparring, even when I was completely exhausted. Boxing was the only thing that was constant. Back now with my coach hat on, I see this period so differently. This is where grit is made. It's not in the flashy moments. It's in the boring, frustrating times when you feel like you're going nowhere, but you just refuse to quit. So after that whole period of just feeling stuck, a small glimmer of hope appeared, as I wrote back then. But it definitely came with a price. This next chapter, September 2013, this was my breaking point. It was going to push me to my absolute breaking limit. That glimmer of hope, it was a new job as a paramedic and firefighter. And this was a massive life change. I'm talking 24, 48, sometimes even 72-hour shifts, long drives, incredible amounts of stress, and I was trying to layer all of this on top of an already intense boxing schedule. It just complicated everything. And this is where you can really see the two-front war I was fighting. On one side, you have the total mental drain of the new job. I mean, being awake for days, waiting for 911 calls all day. And then on the other side, you've got the pure physical punishment of training. One post just says it flat out. Got my ass handed to me in sparring today. I was just getting hit from every direction, both in and out of the ring. This quote from one of the posts just says it all. Drug ass like a concrete block at training today. I remember that feeling so vividly. It's that feeling of being completely drained, physically and mentally, where you feel like you have absolutely nothing left in the tank to give, just dead weight. And this brings us to this idea I had of gut check days. These are the days I wrote about when I was exhausted, sore, had blisters, and every single part of me wanted to quit. But you push through. You do it because you know that if you give in, you'll just be unsatisfied with yourself. These are the days that truly make a fighter. It's on those gut check days that you find out what you're really, truly made of. But here's the thing about getting your butt kicked, right? About being pushed past your limits. That is where the real learning happens. All of that exhaustion and failure, it led directly to some of the most important lessons I've ever learned. This was the breakthrough, right at the end of September. So here was the problem. And as a coach now, I see this all the time. I was getting beat by opponents who were faster and stronger, and I was gassing out because I was just trying to brawl my way through every single exchange. I was hitting a wall, trying to power through everything, and just getting punished for it. And then, the light bulb moments. I wrote, last week I learned my biggest lesson about the importance of slowing down in the ring and not going out too fast. This was a total game changer. It was the realization that just being tough wasn't enough. I had to be smart. This is the exact moment I started to change from being just a brawler into a boxer. I was learning the hard way how to fight smart. Pace yourself. Don't get reckless. Focus on defense. That means punching and blocking. Keep your guard up, especially when you're exhausted. Start to counterpunch instead of just trading blows. And yeah, dig deep, but do it with a strategy. This is what started to turn the whole tide for me. This little insight from another post, this became my mantra. My worst is consistently improving. That's what I look at on hard days. And that's a huge takeaway for anyone on a long journey, really. Progress isn't always some great day where everything clicks. Sometimes progress is just your bad days getting a little bit better than they used to be. Okay, so all of this, the grind, the gut checks, all these hard-won lessons, It was all leading somewhere. It all culminated in this moment of total life transformation in October 2013. A complete rebirth, really, all driven by this one singular focus. I mean, let's just put this in perspective for a second. Look at this timeline. In August, I was unemployed, totally frustrated, and felt completely stuck. By September, I'd started this grueling new job with 72-hour shifts. And then by October, I'd moved, all by myself, into an apartment. My entire life was turned upside down in just 3 months, all for this one goal. That move was so much more than just a move. It was symbolic. I checked out this apartment in a really rough neighborhood, but it was close to the gym, and that's all that mattered. It wasn't about comfort. It was about stripping away everything that wasn't essential to the fight. No more long commutes, no more distractions. I was all in. And what's wild is that right in the middle of all that chaos and pain, there was this deep feeling of gratitude. I wrote, "I can say honestly that I am grateful to have the chance to test myself every week. This hard work will pay off when it all comes down." That feeling, being grateful for the struggle itself, that was a sure sign that the transformation was really, truly taking hold. And then came the moment. After the move, after the chaos of getting settled in this wild new place, after a training session, I sat down to write, and the title of the post was, simply, "I'm a boxer." At the very end of the entry, after describing how crazy everything was, I just wrote, I'm a boxer now. And from my perspective now, looking back, I can tell you that declaration wasn't about winning a match or some belt. The title wasn't won in a ring. It was an internal shift. It was the moment the identity became real, earned not with a victory, but forged in the fire of those 3 brutal months. So, you've seen my grind. You've seen the fire I had to walk through to earn that title for myself. And now, I guess I have a question for you. What's the title you're fighting for? What identity are you forging day by day in your own fire? Thanks for listening, everyone.